So next is Google Meet. So this is a secure video meetings for teams, businesses. So help your team stay securely connected with enterprise-grade video conferencing built on Google's robust and secure global infrastructure. And Meet is included with Google Workspace Essentials, and G Suite for education. So here are some features of Google Meet. So first is trusted by enterprises around the world. So you can take advantage of the same secure by design infrastructure, built-in protection, and global network that Google uses to secure your information and safeguard your privacy. And Meet video meetings are encrypted in transit and are already of default on anti-abuse measures. Keep your meeting safe, right? So in case the links of your Meet is accidentally sent to a group or a person that is not included to your meeting, the host can have the or will have the power to admit the request for joining in the meeting. So basically, you cannot directly access the meeting without the host um, accepting your request, right? So next is enjoy frictionless meetings. So Google Meet takes the headaches out of joining a video call at work, and just set up a meeting and share a link to your colleagues, friends, or students. And no worrying about whether teammates, clients, or students have the right accounts or plugins. With a fast, lightweight interface and smart participant management, multi-person video calls are a breeze. Alright, so next is designed to be helpful. So you can join meetings directly from a calendar event, an email invite, or directly from Gmail. And all of the event details are right there when you need them. And whether you're joining from a computer, phone, or conference room, helpful features like live captions, low light mode, and noise cancellation makes meetings more productive. Alright? Next is join meetings on the go. So you can easily view all your scheduled meetings for the day and join the meetings with just a tap, right? So directly from the Gmail mobile app or the dedicated Google Meet app. So meetings organized by Google Workspace users also create a dial-in phone number for each meeting. So every guest has a great experience even on the go without Wi-Fi or data. And last is Google Meet more than just meetings. So Google Meet is fully integrated with Google's Workspace and seamlessly jump into a video call from chat or take document collaboration to the next level by connecting over video, and everything ties together so that you can always connect and collaborate in context, right? So how to use Google Meet? So hold video meetings with people inside or outside of your organization. So first step is opening Google Meet. Second is start and join video meetings. And third is collaborate in video meetings. Alright? So first is we are going to open Google Meet. Alright, so there are two ways on how you can open Google Meet. But first, you have to make sure that you are signed in to Google. Right? So first is when you click this 9 dots icon right here, which is your Google Apps, and just click that one and look for the Meet icon and just click icon, and you will be redirected to the Google Meet homepage. And the other way is to type the URL, which is meet.google.com, and it will redirect you to the same page. So that is how you can open Google Meet. And next is start and join video meetings. Alright, so from the home page of Google Meet, you can click this new meeting button right here to create a meeting. So when you click this button, there is a pop-up that will appear which has 3 options, which is create a meeting for later, start an instant meeting, and schedule in Google Calendar. So create a meeting for later. So here's the link to your meeting. Copy this link and send it to people that you want to meet with. Make sure that you have saved it so that you can use it later too. So say for an example, you will have a meeting and you just created the meeting in advance in Google Meet, and you just have to copy the link right here and send it to your colleagues or your students and give them the time when they are going to access the link and when will your meeting will start. Alright, so next is this start an instant meeting. So say for example, you will have a emergency meeting, and you can basically click this one and it will automatically create a Google Meet or Google Meeting, right? And this is going to be your link right here. So you will be redirected to this page, which is the overview of your camera, your mic, and your background. So you can basically edit this one. So let's dig deeper into this later. So next is the schedule in Google Calendar. Say for example, you have a scheduled training, seminar, or scheduled meetings or online class. So you just have to click this one and you will be redirected to Google Calendar to create an event or to create an event for your training or seminar, and lets you attach a Google Meet link right here. So say for example, we are going to have a Christmas party. So when, of course, December, say December 11, and from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So this is a meeting for your Christmas party event. So Christmas party event meeting. Alright, and you can also set this as a reminder all day, right? And this is your Google Meet link right here, and you can add a location, and you will also have this option to notify yourself and other people with this event right here. So you can choose email and 30 minutes, or you can also choose 5 minutes before the meeting. right? So you can attach an attachment. So as what I have discussed yesterday in Google Calendar, so basically you are just going to apply it right here. All right, so you can add guests right here. So you're going to add guests right here is who is going to attend this Christmas party event meeting. So say for example, let's add this one, so that they will be notified that you have created a Christmas party event meeting on December 11, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And the persons that you have been added will have the option to go or not, and you will see that as what I have explained yesterday in Google Calendar. Alright, so that's it in creating or scheduling a Google meeting on calendar. And you just simply hit save for it to be saved, and you will be asked this question. So would you like to send invitation emails to Google Calendar guests? So click send, so they are going to be notified. Alright, so let's go back right here on our Google Meet. So that is how you can create a meeting, right? So you can schedule it on Google Calendar for a scheduled event, or start an instant meeting for emergency, and create a meeting for later. All right. So how you can actually join a meeting when you are not the host for the meeting? You can create a meeting for later, for just for an example, and copy this link right here. So when the host of the meeting or the organizer of the meeting will send you the link, you just have to open your Google Meet and click the link or paste the link right here. So, and just hit join. Alright, so you will be redirected to this overview page right here. So you will have the option to mute and turn off your camera before joining the actual meeting, and you also have this option to change your background right here. So let's just select any of this one, say this photo right here, and when you turn off your camera, basically the background will also be gone right there, since that is your background when you turn on your camera. Alright, so once you have already set yourself, you can now hit join, and I will just show you the more options right here, the three dots icon right here. Let's see. So it's the same, basically the same. Change background, just this turn on captions, and report a problem, report abuse, troubleshooting, and the settings. So the settings will give you the settings for the audio and video. So basically here you will set your microphone and speakers, and also your camera. So if your camera is not attached, it will show here that you don't have a camera and you don't have a microphone. Alright, so let's close that one and say join now. Alright, so that is how you can create a meeting and join a meeting in Google Meet. So next is collaborate in video meetings. Alright, so collaboration starts when you add people to the video meeting. So you can add people to a video meeting in Google Meet before or after the media starts. And you can also remove people during the video meeting. So let's now join, or let's have other accounts join this meeting right here. So I have created 2 accounts for this presentation. So first is this one, and I have already accessed the Google Meet on this account. So let's just enter the link of the meeting and hit join, and we'll be redirected here on the overview page right here. So let's just turn off the camera right here, and let's leave the microphone on, and let's see how the organizer can mute specific people or person on the meeting. And as you can see, the button right here is not join, instead it is ask to join. So when you send an email, the link, so basically other accounts, other people will have to ask for, or ask for permission to join the meeting first. So let's try and let's see what will happen. So let's click ask to join. So this account is asking to join, and you'll join the call when someone lets you in. So let's go back to the teacher account right here. And as you can see, there is a pop-up window right here which says someone wants to join this call, which is the sample 1 account. So as the host, you can remove anyone at any time. So you can deny the entry or admit the entry. So let's try to admit the entry, and sample 1 account has joined right here. So you can see all the participants by just, I'm so sorry, it's echoing since we haven't turned off our microphone right there. Alright, so you going back, you can see the participants right here on this icon. So show everyone. Alright, so you will see everyone that is on this meeting. So next, let's just add other account, copy the link and paste it, and ask to join, and the host will have the option to deny or admit the entry. So if you don't know the person who has asking a permission to join the meeting, you have the option to deny the entry. So let's just admit this one. Alright, so sample 2 account is joined. So let's try to unmute this one right here. Mute sample to account for everyone in the call. Only sample to account can mute themselves. Alright, so the account is already muted. And when a person is muted, you cannot unmute them. So you can just mute them, but you cannot unmute any person right here. And you also have the option to remove anyone. So say let's remove sample to account. So just click this three dots right here and select remove from meeting. Okay, and this will disappear right here and remove. Alright, so let's just join again. So you've been removed from the meeting. Return to home screen and just enter again the link and join, and hit ask to join. Alright, so admit entry. So the collaboration We'll continue right here in this window right here, which has the list of the participants and the chat box. Alright, so everything right here and the documents you sent right here or attachments will be shown right here. Attachments. Alright, so Google Calendar attachments will be shown right here. And this is your joining info, so you can copy the joining info and send it to invite other people as well. So you can also add people right here in the people tab and just click add people, and you are going to enter their email right here and just click invite, and they will receive an email, and you will know if they received the email, and they will also ask permission first to enter the meeting. Alright, so other options right here is this more options, which is the three dots icon. So let's just click that one. So you have the option to open whiteboard jam. So start new whiteboard. So this is applicable when you share your screen, right? So you can share your entire screen, a window, or a tab. So open whiteboard, start a new whiteboard, and creating a jam. So share with one person, or they can edit, or they can view and turn link. You can also turn link sharing on. So just turn link sharing on and send. And you can add basically anything right here and just click X, and it will be saved right here on the attachments. Alright, so next is change layout. So you can change the layout of your screen. So basically you can't see the changes because there's only two participants, I mean three, including the host. So let's just use this spotlight. So this spotlight will highlight the person who is currently talking or sharing their screen with. Next is change background. So you can change your background also right in the meeting. Okay, and you can turn on captions, report problem, report abuse, troubleshooting, and the settings will show the same settings at the home page of, at the overview page when you join a meeting. Alright, so say you have accidentally clicked this leave button right here. So you will have this page right here that says you've left the meeting. So you can return to home screen or you can rejoin the meeting. So let's try to rejoin. And you will be redirected to this overview account right here. And let's just turn off microphone and turn off our camera first and join now. Alright, so there you go. So you will have that option in case you have clicked this leave call icon right here accidentally. Alright, so that's it for Google Meet. So next is Google Forms. So you can create surveys and forms for everyone. So you can create custom forms for surveys and questionnaires at no extra cost, and gather everything in a spreadsheet and analyze data right into Google Sheets. So here are some features in Google Forms. So first is you can create a form as easily as creating a document. So you can select from multiple question types and you just drag and drop to reorder questions and customize values as easily as pasting a list. Second is send professional looking surveys to students. So great looking surveys can help you connect with your students to gain valuable insights. And you can also add images, videos, and custom logic to give people who respond a great survey experience. And last is analyze responses with automatic summaries. So you can watch responses appear in real time, and you can also access the raw data and analyze it with Google Sheets or other software. Right? So how to use Google Form? So you can use Google Forms to create, to create online surveys and quizzes and send them to other people. So there are 3 steps. First is creating and opening Google Forms. Second is edit and format a form or a quiz. And lastly is to send or share your form. So first is we are going to create and open Google Forms. Alright, so there are 3 ways on how you can create a Google form. So first is here on, you should be on your Google Drive, and same as other Google files, you can just right click on your drive and select Google Form right here, and if you click this one it will create a default Google Form, which is a blank format or a blank template. And when you hover this one, you will have 2 options, which is a blank form and a from a template option right here. Second is the new button right here. So same process. So click this Google Form. It's right here for a blank form, or hover this one to select from a template form. And third one is to enter the URL, which is forms.google.com. So you will be redirected to Forms homepage, and you will see the different templates right here. So you just click this template gallery options right here, button right here to expand the template gallery. So there are lots of templates right here, so you can select any of this one when you are going to create a survey or a quiz. Alright, but if you want to create a blank form right here, just simply click this blank page right here. Alright, so that's it for opening and creating Google Forms. So next is edit and format a form or quiz in Google Form. So others mistaken Google Form for just a tool for online surveys, but basically Google Form has another function. So in Google Form you can actually create a quiz. Alright, so for this presentation, for this training, we are going to create a quiz on Google Form. Alright, so to start with, we have to create a blank form. So first we are going to add a folder for it. Say you are going to make a quiz for ICT Alright, so to start with, we have to create a blank form. So just right click here and create a blank form. Ito daw patungan. Alright, so to start with, we have to create our blank form. But first, let's create a folder and name this a quizzes. So let's put our forms right here, or quizzes right here on this folder, because you have the option to generate a Google sheet for the reports of the quiz, and you don't want it to be merged with any other files right here, right? So let's put it on a folder. So now let's create a blank Google form. Alright, so you will have this guides right here, so just click OK. I got it. And now, first things first, we have to rename our form. So say for example, ICT quiz 1. Just hit enter. Alright, so as you can see, when you changed the file name right here, it will also change right here as the title of your quiz. Alright, so you can have your introduction statements right here and instructions. Alright, so next is, these are the tools right here. So basically you can add everything that you want to add by just clicking any of this one. So this is for add question, import questions, so you can import also questions, but for this training, let's just create a question. Next is add title and description. Next is add image, add video, and add a section. Alright, so first let's add a title for this specific section. Say for example, personal or student info, and you can have your description right there, and say we are going to take the name of the student, so say last name, and let's choose from these choices right here. Just click the drop down arrow and click any of this answer options. So say, since it is just a last name, so let's use the short answer right there, and you will have this options and icons right here. Just duplicate, delete, and this required button. So let's turn this on. Alright, so we're going to see what this required button is for later after we finish this first section. Next is this show description or response validation icon right here. So we are just going to duplicate this one for the first name. So still a short text and a required item on your form. So next is still the duplicate. So when you click this duplicate, all other options like this required button right here will also be copied. Alright, so next is say grade and section for now. And now let's select multiple choice and add options. Say grade 12 result, grade 12 Mabini. Alright. And also a required item on your quiz. So let's add a section to separate this student info for the rest of the questions on your Google quiz. So let's rename this section as, say, test 1 and add descriptions right here. So let's see and let's review our work. Just simply click this eye icon right here to preview your quiz, right? So here you go. So you will have the person who is going to answer this or fill out this form will have this sign right here, which is the starred items is a required section or required item. So when you add, so let's leave this for first name and just select grade 12 result, and when you click next, you are not allowed to go to the next page since this field here is required. Alright, so you have to enter something right there and just click next. So the end of this section right here is the grade and section where we added this section right here. So when we click next, it will redirect to test 1 section of your quiz. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is to enable the quiz function of Google Forms. So you can find that on this gear icon right here, which is the settings. Just click this one and it will give you an pop-up window which has the settings for general, presentation, and quizzes. So let's just go ahead and go to quizzes tab first. And to enable the quizzes is you just have to turn this on. So make this form a quiz and assign point values to questions and allow auto marking. Alright, so that you will no longer check the answers individually. So you can have and add answer keys to each of the questions, and it will Google Form will automatically save their marks on your quiz. Alright, so let's just turn this on and all these other quiz options will be available. So first is the release mark. So you can immediately release their marks after each submissions, but you can have these options right here which respondents can see after they submit the form. So they can see the missed questions. You can turn that on and you can see the students can see the point values of each questions and the students can see the correct answer. So let's just disable this one so that they won't know the correct answer for the specific question that they have incorrectly answered, right? So next is this presentation tab right here. So you can actually shuffle your question order and show progress bar on every page of your quiz. Alright, so let's turn this on and let's shuffle the questions, or let's shuffle the questions before or after we have finished putting our questions to our forms, right? You can just go back right here. And next is the general settings where you you have the option to collect email addresses. You have to enable that if you want to. And respond receipts. This is respondents receive a copy of their responses through email. Alright, so you can also enable that. So if respondents request it, or always. So just set always, and requires sign in and limit the response to 1. So 1 response in 1 email address. Alright, so enable that one so that the students will not have multiple entries on your reports. Next is respondents can edit after submit or see summary charts and text responses. Alright, so you can enable or disable here. So I will not enable these options right here. So just click save after you have finalized all the settings that you need. Alright, so hit save. So let us now add questions here on section 2. So for you to add a question, you just simply click this plus icon right here and say, for example, this is A, since we have used multiple choice right here. So let's choose this check box. So say question is any questions, but let's have it checkbox question sample. Alright, so you can add any options right here. And as you can see, there is an answer key button right here because you have enabled this make this as quiz. So you can assign point values to questions allow auto marking. So when you disable that one, the answer key will disappear. Alright, so let's just enable the quiz again and hit save. So you can add the answer keys. So say for example the answers are this one and this one, and you can assign point values on each question. So say for example, because there are 2 right answers, so points is 2 and hit done. Alright, so you can have this choices right here to be shuffled. Just click this 3 dots right here and select shuffle option order. So every time an email address will access this form right here, these choices will shuffle also. Alright, so next is, let's just duplicate this one and create a drop down sample. So drop down question sample. So these are the options that you have on your drop down, and you can add answer keys again. Say for example 1, 3, and 4, and basically you can add the point values also and hit done. So as you can see, there is a total points indicator right here. So this is 2 points and this is 3 points, a total of 5 points. Alright, so next, let's duplicate again. Next here is the file upload. So you will see this information right here. So let respondents upload file to your drive, and files will be uploaded to the form owner's Google Drive. So since you are the owner, the files that the students are going to upload will be saved to your drive, and respondents will be required to sign into Google when file upload questions are added to a form. So please only share this form with people you trust. So just press continue, and there you go. So you will have this item right here, which allows the students, or which you allow the students to upload any file. So say for example, attach a shark picture right here. So attach a shark picture. So you can allow only specific file types. Say for example, you are just going to accept image and PDF files for a shark picture, or you can disable this one to receive any file types, right? And next is the maximum number of files. So you can select 1, 5, and 10. So let's just select one file. And maximum file size, you can also select this one. So since you only have 15 gig free for your Google Drive, so make sure to maximize and limit the storage for these files, for students files, right? So let's just click 1 MB, and this form can accept up to 1 gig of files. Alright, so let's just edit this one. So since this is a file upload question, you cannot add a answer key, but you can still format the point values, right? And just click done. So you can see there is no shuffle options right here. So next is, let's just duplicate this one so that all the functions that we applied is going to apply on the copied question. So in order for you to move this specific item, you just have to click this 6 dots right here and hold left click your mouse and hold it to drag and drop it to a specific section or specific orientation that you want. So say right here. Okay, so we are at the linear scale. So say for example 1 to 0 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. So label as very good. Next is say good. Alright, so you can say just 1 point and hit done. So first, let's before we move on to the next one, let's just have a preview for our form right here. So just click this eye icon again, and there you have it. Okay, so just simply type in your email address. So basically this won't work. So let's type in and last name, first name, and select grade and section. And this is your progress bar right here, since we enabled that on the settings. And just hit next, and there you go. These are all the questions that we have added. So first is the checkbox. So the respondent can see the point values right here. Okay, and you can basically select all of this, and this is the checkbox question sample. Next is the drop down question sample right here. Okay, and they attach a shark picture, so add file for select files from your drive or previously selected. So next is this linear scale right here. So this has 1 point value. Okay, so let's go back to our quiz. So next is, so let's just edit this one to linear question sample, right? So let's just duplicate this one. So let's just edit the answer key right here, since we can only select one in the drop down, and there you go. Next is we can duplicate again this slide and select multiple choice grid. All right, so say multiple choice grid sample. So rows and columns. So for rows, we have say for example 1, 2, 3, 4, and in column 1, 2, 3, say 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's shuffle the show order of these selections right here. So you can select, basically we are going to review this one on the preview. So let's just add another item, and let's review all of this all together, right? So next is, we're going to duplicate again, and next is the tick box grid. So 1, 2, columns 3. So you can basically add many rows and columns you want. Next is, so you can add a date. This is a tick box grid. This is where the students can enter the day, month, or year, right? So let's just delete this one, since we are making a quiz. Next is the time. So basically that's all for the multiple questions and answer functions right here. So you can also change this as multiple choice, and you can also insert an image to a specific question. Say for example, explain this image. We can have a paragraph and add specific image. So just say beach and just insert, and it will be added to this specific item. Alright, So you can also add image right here, but it will be added as another item, right? So you can have the image title. So just take note that if we enable the shuffle questions right here, this is included. So this image will be in any order. So this can be seen on the first section. I mean on the first item right here, or in any order, right? So we can basically split all of this by adding a section. So say add section right here, and let's just copy test 1, or you can rename it to test 2, and you can add description. So you can also add a description to a specific item. Say for example, you were going to put instructions on how they can select their answer to this tick box grid question. So you're going to put that instruction right there. Alright, and add a video. Search in YouTube, say for example Google Docs, no videos found. Okay. But you can add videos from YouTube or using URL, right? So seems like we have slow internet connection and we cannot search any videos right here, but you can add, and if you have selected any video, just click select button right here. Alright, so basically that's it for all the questions questions categories, right? So you can delete a certain question right here, and let's just preview. So there you go. Again, let's enter next is last name, first name, and the grade and section. So next is the test 1. So you will see right here, and select next, and there you go. So that's all the question and answer categories for Google Forms. So this is the tick box grid. So basically on this question right here, they can select multiple answers. So you can also go back and see multiple choice grid question sample where they can only select one answer on each question. Alright, so let us now enable the shuffle question order. Alright, and hit save. So take note that our first item right here on the section 2 is the checkbox question sample. And let us now preview again and see if that first item is the first item here on the preview. Last name. So as you can see, this in student informations is also shuffled, since it is considered also as an item on your Google form. So just click next, and here you go. So the first item that appears here is the multiple choice grid question sample, when here is the checkbox question sample. So that's it. The questions was already shuffled. Just leave this side, and we can change or customize our theme here in Google Form. Just click this icon right here and select a header. You can choose an image. You can upload or just search right here. So say for example, we are going to use this one and hit insert. So the color of the theme will also be changed according to the image. So just have to select any of this color for the background, or you can change the image into say this one, and the background color will also change, right? So say this is going to be your background for your Google form. Alright, so that's it for the theme options. And font style, you can also select font style right here and just hit X. Alright, so that's basically it, and that is how you can create a Google form or a quiz in Google form. And next is send and share your form. Alright, so to send your form or to let your students respond to your form, you just simply click this send button right here beside the settings icon. So hit send button and there will be a window pop up, and this is the options that you have. So you can send your form via email, or you can just simply copy the link of your form. Just click shorten URL, so just you will have a shorter version of the link, and just press copy and send it to your GCs with your students so that they will have, or they can now respond to your form. Alright, so after we have shared our link to our students and they already accessed the form, all of the responses will store here. Alright, so scores will basically be will appear here, and all the email addresses will appear here. So these are the email addresses that we have entered earlier for the preview. Since it was not finished, it says waiting for 2 responses right here. But after that, after all the students have already responded to your quiz, you can select this create spreadsheet right here to have the report of your form, which includes their answers and their total points. Alright, and you can also select response destination and get email notifications for new responses. Alright, so let's just create a spreadsheet for ICT quiz 1 responses and hit create, and you will be redirected to that spreadsheet. As you can see, there is a timestamp. There is where the time and date that the student completed the form, the email address and the score, of course the last name and the first name, grade and section, and the questions and their answers. Alright, and this is stored on the same folder that we have created for this ICT quiz. which is the quizzes. Alright, so next is when you add a collaborator to your Google form. Say for example, you have a co-teacher for the same subject, so you can basically add them and collaborate with them. Just press the send button right here and click the add collaborators. So just like Google Files, just add people right here, specific people right here, and click done. Alright, so let's try to add sample one again and notify people through email. And editors will be able to view and delete form responses as well. Alright, so just click send and the person will be notified. And the two of you can collaborate now. And same as Google Files, there will be a indicator if someone is also editing this form on real time. So there is a color indicator right here and it will appear right here. Alright, so that's it for Google Forms. Alright, so that ends our topics for day 2 in a Google Apps Experience for Education training.